Here is our homework and our next two drawings we're going to do. The first one is our egg that we started last day. Remember, do not cover the actual drawing with your T-square. I see a lot of students doing that, and it really gets in the way and prevents them from seeing what's the next step. So you must be going back to this drawing every few minutes. It's telling me from my smiley face, or from the major axis of my ellipse, the center of my next ellipse is 65 mil, and it's telling me that half of my major axis is 50 millimeters. So that circle, or that major auxiliary circle for this ellipse, is going to be 50 millimeters away. It's telling me that in between my eyes we have a gap of 60, so in between the center line here we have 30, then 30, and that's giving me information that my minor axis, or half my minor axis, is 30 mil. So we must keep an eye on that in order to do it. So from that we're going to come up our 65 millimeters. We've already got this done, got our center line going up as well. We're going to measure across 30 mil and 30 mil. We've got that done. From there we're going to draw a circle that goes from here up 50. So radius 50. We're going to have the center point right in the middle here. I'm going to draw a major auxiliary circle and our minor auxiliary circle. So our major and minor. Our minor is 30 mil because we have it. It stops there. And our major is 50 mil. Now this person does it over here as well, and that gets confusing. So I'm going to say we should do these one at a time. But already looking at this, you can see the eyes where they're going to be. Now remember, look at the question. We got 4 points on this ellipse already. We've got this point here, this point here, this point here, and this point here. These eyes can't cross over, so we've got 4 points. We'll divide our circle into 60-30 like we always do. And the only difference this time is that our major axis is going straight up and down, whereas before it went horizontal or level left to right. So with obey the rule, where it hits the big circle, we must go parallel to the small axis. There's our small axis. So from there, there's our 4 points I already said. From there, what we're going to start off with, from here, where it hits the big circle, it goes parallel with the small axis. Where it hits a small circle, parallel with the big axis. Find the point. Repeat over here. Big circle, small axis. Small circle, big axis. That's already a point, you don't have to worry about that one. Big circle, small axis, small circle, big axis. That's the rule. Okay, we need to follow that all the time, because in a few questions it'll be sloped and we must be going big circle, small axis, small circle, big axis. So again, big circle, small axis. That's our small axis. Small circle, big axis, parallel to the big axis. Find our point. That's a point already. Next one, big circle, small axis. Small circle, big axis. Draw it down. Simple enough. Next one, here we go. All these lines might confuse people. Take your time to get it right. We've already got this point. 2 more points to get and we're done. Big circle, small axis. Small circle, big axis. Job done. Big circle, small axis. Small circle, big axis. Draw in your ellipse. Try and get it as smooth as you can. You can look at the frog's eyes, and it's as smooth as you can get it. Now you have to repeat it over here. 60-30, and so that's getting a little bit confusing with all these lines, but take it, you should be getting this portion of it perfect. The other portion, the left hand side of this eye, might be a little bit trickier. We've already got 4 points. Top one, minor axis, and then the bottom for major axis. So, big circle, small axis, small circle, big axis. Keep repeating this the whole way around. We've already got this point. Big circle, small axis, small circle, big axis. Keep repeating the whole way around until you get the frog, Kermit. I can't remember what we were calling it. We were calling it Fredo or Kermit or a bit of both. There we go. From that, we can draw our smiley face. Doesn't really matter. You can put the compass there, draw any sort of smiley face you wish. Draw in the eyes from our center point there. Draw in your eyes, draw in your eyes, draw in your eyes, draw in your eyes. And make sure, if you have green colours, to colour them in. Now, in the next lesson on Monday, this is what we're going to be working on. We're going to learn about focal points. Focal points are a point on the ellipse here and a point on the major axis here. Sorry, on the major axis and major axis. They're very important when it comes to getting tangents. Remember, a tangent is a line that touches a circle or ellipse or parabola or any other curve at one point. In order to find the tangent or the point of contact, you must have your focal points. Your focal points are located half the distance of your major axis. So there's my major axis. Half the distance of a major axis from this point here and this point here. So we're going to take the distance half of our major axis. So use your compass. Okay, put a pointy end there, step it right to the middle. That's our major axis. Then we're going to get our compass, keeping it in the same radius it is. We're going to go down here, and we're going to step it across, draw a big arc, and it crosses the major axis. So take your compass, draw a big arc, That's focal point, and that's a focal point. We always label these F1 and F2, right? That's a habit, happens every single time. The focal points are located at a distance of half the major axis from the end of the minor axis. So we must know this. This is basics. This is basics for most questions in GeoCert. Now let's go into a question. We've got our monkey down here. We're told the basic information. We're told that this big smile here goes from F1 to focal point to focal point, so F1 to F2. It's got a radius of 75. We're not going to worry about that for a minute. We're told that this center point is 20 mil up. So this one here must be 20 mil up because it looks symmetrical. We're told that this line here is about 50 degrees. So we haven't got 50 degrees, so we're going to have to use a protractor. We're told that this point here and this point here are joined together. So wherever this circle hits our ellipse are joined together. And I'm presuming this is our center of our circle, and we're going to draw it around. And we draw in our ears, draw in our mouth, then you can draw in your eyes wherever way you wish. So, first off, we must find our focal points, because that's where the ears are referenced, and that's where the mouth is referenced. So, first off, we have to get our focal points. Our focal points are half, use your compass to measure the length of half the major axis. So half the major axis. Put a pointy end on one end, extend it to the center, get half your major axis. From that, the pointy end on the bottom of our minor axis or the top, right, so the exact same thing, you're going to draw an arc until it crosses our major axis, like we did in the previous video or previous slide. If you're confused, go back and look at it. Label them F1, F2. From F1 and F2 now, we're going to complete the drawing. We're going to go from here, we're going to draw a line up, or first we're going to go up 20 mil and draw a light line going all the way across. Now from our focal points, we're going to go up at 50 degrees. Now because 50 and 40 are so similar, make sure you get 50. It should be 0 on the right hand side, up as far as 50, and join the line and extend that line until it crosses this line. If this line is long enough, make it long enough. Do the exact same thing on this side, but the 0 will be on the left and extend it up until it hits 50. There we go. Now, we are told we have to find our center point, extend it until it hits this point, and draw in your circle until it hits our ellipse. So, pointy end here, extend it until it hits the major axis, and draw in an arc. Stop it when it hits here. Repeat on this side. These should be the exact same. If they're not, if they're a mil or two out, then you adjust it. But if it's a big bit out, then you must check that this is 40 degrees. Or 50 degrees, not 40 degrees. Now, we found this point and this point. I'm going to join these 2 points together. If I'm really accurate, there'll be a level line going across. So this point to this point's a level line. Now we're going to put a pointy end of the compass right here, extend it to this, and we're going to draw an arc. Or draw our top of our monkey's head. So pointy end in here, extend it to here, draw on your arc. There's the top of your monkey's head. Lovely stuff. Our last little thing, as we're told in the question, is radius 75. So get your compass to radius 75. From the focal point, we're going to draw a big arc up here, 75. From focal point 2, we're going to do the exact same. They should cross in line with this. From here, we're going to extend it down to F1, F2, and you're going to draw in this big smile. Fill in the rest of the detail as heavy. Give me his nose that goes level with this line here. Give me his eyes that go around this line or this part of our ellipse here. There's our nose level with this. Our eyes, remember the center line has been used, so keep an eye on all of the information given in our example. That's it. Colour them in if you wish. You can do that in your own time. Lastly, is one more we're going to do this week. So this time we're given the question. We're given A, B, F and F. So we're given A and B and our F and our F. Our focal points are very close to the actual A and B. So we are not given the minor axis though, so we need to use information on what we have to actually draw in our major auxiliary circle and our minor auxiliary circle. So how do we get the center point of AB? We bisect the line AB. So put a pointy end on A, go more than half, draw an arc here and here. Remember, we can draw this down if we wish, but for neatness we're not going to do it. So go as far as B, keep the same radius, and draw the arc again. Some people are making the mistake that they're not going from the outside of the line and the outside line. We're trying to divide this line in half. If you don't go to one side and then the other side, you're not going to divide the line in half evenly. You found this point, join these points together. Now we found our minor circle, our minor axis. From here, we're going to put a compass in the middle and we're going to draw our major auxiliary circle. Now we need to find our minor auxiliary circle. How did we do that in the previous question? In our previous question, we found our focal points by getting half our major axis, going to where the bottom of our minor circle, so we'll say it's here, and drawing an arc until it crosses our F, our major axis, to find F1 and F2. This time we're going to do the exact same thing, but in reverse. We're going to take half our major axis, like before, because we know that information. But this time we're going to go from our F1 or our F2 point, and we're going to take that same radius and we're going to draw it until it crosses this axis. This will give us half of our minor axis. So take half the major axis, put the pointy end on our focal point, draw an arc until it crosses this axis. Now this here is half of my minor axis. Put the pointy end there. Yeah, we can double check it there if you wish, doesn't make a difference. One should be accurate enough. Put a pointy end here. Pencil end here, draw in your circle, and we'll have found our minor axis. So draw our circle. Now we have 4 points on our ellipse. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I draw an ellipse again? 60, 30. The whole way around using the one set square. Keep spinning around clockwise and anti-clockwise. Now the exact same route as before. From our big circle, small axis, parallel to the small axis. Big circle, small axis. Small circle, big axis. We shouldn't get the hang of this at this stage. We've done 4 or 5 of them. Keep going around. Big circle, small axis. Small circle, big axis. Big circle, small axis. Small circle, big axis. Now you would be sick of me saying that. Shouldn't have to repeat it much more because we've done loads of these and it's the exact same every time. Remember to try and draw this nice and light, brushy. If you make mistakes with the light pencil, it doesn't really matter. If you make mistakes with a heavy one, you'll see it and it shouldn't be all bumpy. So it should be like a nice fat rugby ball. Our last steps is from this point down 20 mil. So from this point, measure down 20 mil, draw a light line the whole way across. From this point here in our ellipse, so you can see here in our question, it is at the top of our minor axis. It is down at 50 degrees. They love 50 degrees, or we're saying 60 degrees here. So we'll see what it says in the question in the book. If it says 50, we'll go down 50. If it says 60, we'll go down 60. Hopefully 60 because it's much easier. We have set squares for it. So from here, down 60 degrees. As far as the 20 mil line, measure in 5 mil. The exact same down here. Measure in 5 mil. This person has done it, measuring 5 mil by going at 90 degrees to this line here, which is flipping your set square down to it gets a 30 degree angle, and then measure down 5 mil. Repeating this side. Heavy line there,